Good evening. I have another Lego Speed Champions 2-pack tonight. Um, I don't really want to space out these last few sets more than necessary because, as it turns out, I found out after the stream last night that there's two more Speed Champions cars releasing on August 1st. So, assuming I place my order, the moment they drop at midnight that day, they should arrive in time to stream on my birthday week. My birthday is August 6th, so I'll be able to stream those last two cars on either August 5th or August 7th, depending on how quickly they arrive, um, since I'll be busy on my birthday itself. Uh, that said, before we get to that point, there's still two more 2-packs after this one. And those two cars are single car sets, but I'm going to do them as a double like we did with the last two episodes featuring single car sets. I'm going to do them as a double because it feels anticlimactic to do single cars after a run of 2-packs. So we'll have the birthday week stream being the completion of my Speed Champions Generation 2 collection. So we have tonight's build, and then we have two more 2-packs, and then we have that, and then we'll have that stream on the week of my birthday. So here's tonight's set. This is the Ford 2-pack. You can see we have a big chunky Bronco as well as the GT Heritage. The GT Heritage has an interesting color scheme going on. It's the Jaguar Panasonic Sky Blue with the McLaren Orange for highlights. Be interesting to see what it looks like when we get it all put together, because they definitely look better in hand than in the box arts. And you can see this big chunky Bronco, which I think might be the largest vehicle. Well, it was the largest vehicle in Speed Champions Generation 2 until the June 1st wave. The Mercedes G-Wagon might be comparable. We'll have to see how it looks when I build that set. Here's the back of the box. Standard back of the box for Speed Champions. You can see the cars driving away, and then at the bottom, photos of the real cars. You'll also notice that this one, unlike the last two 2-packs, we're back to the normal 2-packs that don't have the starting line, which means we can build these cars in either order. So I'm going to build the smaller Heritage first, and then we're going to finish with the Bronco. I know I peeked at the instructions while setting up for stream, and in the instructions, I saw that the Bronco is actually 3 bags to build that car, so it's going to have some bulk to it. I hope it fits in its assigned space in the garage. Anyway, let's go ahead and get this open. Sorry, I was distracted by the box art on the back. Let's get this open and get started. You can see I have my tool at the ready. Let's pull it. Let's put it off to the side until we need it. Okay, the seal is broken. Let's get inside and see what we got. We're starting with, of course, the 2 instruction books. It's up. I had that upside down. The 2 instruction books. The Bronco has this big, massive paper, and then a standard size Speed Champions instruction for the Heritage. As usual, we're going to set these aside because I use the PDF in the instructions. You can also see we have here 2 sticker sheets. Based on the colors, it's obvious which is which. This is going to be the sticker sheet for the Heritage, and we're building that first, so I'll hold on to that. And then we have here the sticker sheet for the Bronco, which we will be using later. It looks like a fairly average amount of stickers for Speed Champions cars. Uh, there's a lot of stickers, but not a terribly huge amount. We should be okay with the stickers. And then we have some bags. So 1, 2, and 3 are going to be the Bronco. So we want to set 1, 2, and 3 aside. So here's bags 4 and 5. That'll be our heritage. Okay, so there's no chassis piece in the bottom of the box. So if either of the cars uses the chassis, it'll be inside the bag. Speed Champions has been kind of inconsistent with whether they're inside the bag or not. So let's put the bags for the Bronco aside. Actually, we want to put them in reverse order. No, we want 5 and we want 5 and 4. So bag 3 is going to be the final part of the Bronco. And I'm just going to stack these bags off screen. And then bag 5, of course, being the second bag of the heritage, also goes off screen. And we're going to begin the build with bag 4, and I can see the chassis piece inside. I'm almost certain the Bronco doesn't use the standard chassis. Let's pull up instructions. So what we're going to do here is we're going to start with the heritage, which is on screen now. And we will go into the instructions now. So it looks like this is a normal Speed Champions build, where the first bag is the back half of the car, and then the second bag is the front half of the car. So we want to start with bag 4 and build our driver. This is bag 4, so let's go ahead and open it up and get started. Oh, that was close. A piece almost flicked off the table, but it stopped at the edge of the table. So we do have a standard chassis for this one. So we're going to start, as usual, with the driver. And I see most of the driver's parts easily accessible. And he's got a vintage, retro-looking jacket. Oof. He's got a mark on his cheek. Maybe a scar or a bruise or something. Interesting. And now we just got to find his hairpiece. There it is. So here's our driver in his retro style Ford jacket. And that's what the back of the jacket looks like. And as usual, we'll sit him in the front here so that he can watch his car be built. And of course, the picture shows he gets a wrench. picture shows, he gets a white helmet. Of course, he doesn't need to wear the helmet yet because he doesn't have a car to drive yet. But you know the way we do things. We don't put them in the car anyway because the way I display them, if the drivers are in the car, you can't see them because the windows are tinted. So I display the drivers with their cars so that you can see the different racing jackets. So we're going to put his little helmet and his wrench next to him, and we'll go ahead and start building. We start, of course, with the standard chassis piece. You're only going to see this a couple more times because the series is almost done. Just 3 more streams after this one. Let's see, the next stream does have a Formula 1, so there'll only be 1 standard chassis in that one. And I think the following only stream also has a specialized car. Yeah, it's got the wagon, so 1 chassis piece, and then the 2 single cars probably both have one of these. But let's go ahead and get started. Okay. So we're looking for a little black tile. There it is. And this will go inside the chassis like this. And then we flip it over. And we have a plate that we're putting on. And we're starting off with the axle blocks early. And we're back to putting the axle pins into the axle blocks. And we're starting off with the car's distinctive color scheme here. I like when you get into the outer colors early. Okay. I'm not yet sure. It's not yet obvious which way is the back and which way is the front. But this car does do back and then front. So we'll see soon enough where we're meant to be. Okay. Let's find the other piece. And let's find that little bracket. Crickets are out tonight. Interesting bit of bracketing here. So yeah, I think we're working on the back right now, because Speed Champion's bulk tends to bulk up the back first. Okay, now we got to put in some little gray brackets. So yeah, part of the reason I didn't space this out more is because with the announcement of the last two cars, I wanted to time the final stream for my birthday week, since we still have 2 sets to go. And my 300th episode is my 300th stream. That's also coming up. That'll probably come up mid-August. So I'm going to do something special for that. I'm thinking another Suno program, but I'm not 100% sure yet. A Suno program where I have Suno write 10 songs about my stream and the different things I've featured on my stream over the years. Or I may do a variety show for the 300th, or I might do the 300th. I mean, there's different options. I might do the Suno stream as $2.99 actually. I'm not sure. There's some interesting shaping we're putting together here. And a lot of these pieces are being connected with one stud. I worry about the looseness, because one stud connections aren't the best. Of course, the designers probably considered that and shelled these up in such a way that you won't be accidentally knocking around on those panels that are connected by one stud. We'll see how the build progresses. Okay. So this page of the instructions is going to give us the first sticker on this car. We need to find one more black corner plate. Shoot. There it is. And then we get the grill piece, and then some wedges. And then we're going to put a sticker on. Okay, so the sticker is a license plate which says FJP 2014. I'm not sure the significance of that, but if I learn the significance of the FJP 2014 license plate, I will stick it into the description when this video goes up on YouTube. And this will attach to the back here like that. And that kind of holds these one stud panels in place. They don't seem to be going anywhere. I think we're good to go on. And here we're doing some side detailing. That's going to have some more stickers and wedges. And of course that piece had to launch itself off my table. But I saw exactly where it went, so it's not a huge deal. Okay, we need to find the light blue wedge now. And that's sticker number 4. So these stickers are color blocking stickers. So yeah. Color blocking just to like match up the light blue and black sections, I guess. Not bad, not bad. So if I stick this on here like this, I lined up that color block sticker pretty good. It's not perfect, but it's better than most people could do, I think, when it comes to Lego stickers. Considering that was a very tiny sticker. Alright, we gotta find the wedges going the other way now. And we gotta put that sticker on now. Okay, it's not perfect. It's not nearly as good as the other side, but it lined up pretty well. There, you can see it's not as good as the other side, but not terrible. Stickers are gonna leave gaps like that. Right, that goes there, that goes there, and then we're putting on the wheel arches. Okay, what's going on here? We get some gray jumps. And then we get these half plate, half tile things here. And then we get these pieces with clips here. Or plates with clips, I should say. clips means that's going to be used to put something a section at precise angle later. Okay. So yeah, we're starting to see some shaping come together now. Well, we're kind of closing in the clips. I wonder what's the clips are for. I guess we'll find out shortly. And here we're going to do another sticker. I'm trying to figure out which way on the sticker is up. Okay, I think this way is the right way. And this goes in here like that. So there's that sticker. They look like jet exhausts. Again, I don't know that much about race cars. So it looks like we're adding tail light details now. There's still some gapping in the back of the car. I'm not seeing the piece I need. Did I leave it in the bag by accident? There's nothing in the bag. We're supposed to have another one of these bricks with studs on it. Let me just go ahead and make sure we don't use this other brick. Yeah, I think they gave us an incorrect piece. Unless I use an incorrect piece elsewhere. Let's go back to where the other brick was to make sure I didn't mess anything up. Yeah, I messed up. Okay, so if I pull that off, that was supposed to be a plain brick right there. So now if I pull that, put that back on, I'll be able to proceed with this step. And I knew I wasn't crazy. It's not the first time I've made a mistake that involved having to go back and retrace steps. I'm just glad we worked that out quickly. So that's what the back looks like with the tail light assemblies attached. And now we're going to do some tiling. So it looks like we're beginning to fill in some shaping for the back of the car now. And then we have this wedge piece. It goes in here and lines up like that. Interesting. Okay, I can't tell if those gaps are supposed to be there or not. But we're going to keep going. Well, actually, this covers over some of the gapping. Yeah. We still have big holes into the back of the car. You can see straight through because we haven't built up any body yet there. So here we have some stickering that needs to be put in. It looks like the stickering involves some color blocking that's supposed to line up with these gaps. Okay, those came out pretty cleanly. And then we have here this the beginnings of the orange racing stripe going down the car. So this I want to make sure it's centered. So when we start building up the front of the car, this stripe lines up with this stripe over there. Oof, it's not perfectly straight. With your racing stripes running down the middle of the top of the car, you want to make sure they're as straight as possible. It's not a feature that Speed Champions does often, but they do it enough times that it's not really a surprise to be here. There's at least 5 or 6 other cars which have racing stripe down the middle of the top of the car. That's straighter than it was. I think that'll be considered passable. So that's the back section of the car with those stickers applied. So now it looks like some more polishing and shaping. And interesting stuff going on here. Need one more of those brackets. And then this section goes over here. Oh, we got, oh, that's one of the shiny pieces, a shiny silver. That's the gold bar piece. And then some grills next to that. And then some hinges. So that's going to give us some shaping later. I'm not actually going to angle down the hinges until I know exactly what's going to go there. And then we got to do one more. Okay, that goes. That goes. Okay. All right, so that's what's going to go there. Let's build this up first. And that lines down like that. Okay, I see what the hinges are for. It's cool. This is a really cool technique for the shaping here. I I did not see this coming. It's always nice when there's surprise techniques in the shaping like this. So yeah, and that hinges down and lines up perfectly with those slopes there. Interesting. And now we're gonna, we have it looks like we're building a section of back window here. And this attaches on those clips on the inside. And it's already fixed to an unadjustable angle. It's already got everything positioned for the fixing. Interesting. So now it looks like we're just filling in some shaping for the back here. Okay, this goes in here like this. So the beginnings of the shaping for the interior now. And that will take us to the end of the first bag for this car. Interesting where we are so far here. This is what we got so far. Big wide open here. And of course the back of the car is, it's got some cool shaping going on in there. All right, bag 5. Or our second bag for this car, second bag of the night. But technically bag 5 in the set. Wheel covers, we'll set them aside. And these have the these have those single piece wheel tire combos. So we'll set those aside because we don't want a repeat of the Pagani incident. And we also have the canopy, which we will set aside. Bag 5 doesn't look terribly substantial. We should be able to breeze through the rest of this car at this point. So we're just going to start with a little tile and the steering wheel. And then this, we're back to the standard black steering wheel. And then we will put this brick behind it like that. I don't know if, yeah, you can see the steering wheel a little bit if I hold it like that. And then we're gonna do, we have a center console here. So let me go ahead and get that sticker on. So this little red dot's supposed to be at the top of the sticker. That's our center console sticker. And this is going to attach to the middle of the car. Between the seat backs like that. Okay, so yeah, there's supposed to be a little bit of gapping there. Okay. Okay. Interesting. So it looks like we're starting to set up the sides of the car now. This goes, okay, that's why we have the brackets so far indented. And then this, okay. I gotta do another one of those now for the other side. Okay, this section goes into here. I'm not sure exactly which angle they're supposed to fold out at. Okay, and now we're going to do an assembly, it looks like. Oh, and here's one of those reverse tile things. And we got some nice little tiny uh, shiny silver quarter tile on there. And this attaches onto the hinge like this. So that's the section we just put on that wall of the car with the number 6 decal on it. And now we're going to do some more detailing for the siding of the car, it looks like. And this goes on these studs like this. And now we're going to do the same 2 bits for the other side here. Which way is this one? Okay, like this. And this will go attached onto here like this. Okay, so this car's got some interesting shaping going on with its sides. And the picture's oriented this way. All right, triangle tile. Where is the triangle tile? There it is. Give me one moment. I'm just killing a pop-up. Okay, we're doing some interesting shaping bits here, it looks like. Wow. This is highly unusual for some car shaping. I guess we'll find out soon enough what this is supposed to do here. Okay, gotta put these little slopes in. And then there's a piece with bar, which tells me there's going to be a piece that an angled piece that's going to connect via clip later. And now we do the front wheel arches. Stream's about to hit the 1 hour mark, so I think we're making pretty good time. Considering the next build is really substantial. Okay, this car's doing some highly unusual things in the front here. But that's cool because I like when unexpected build techniques happen. And now we're going to build a big assembly, which I think this will make up, based on the inset picture, it's easy to predict that this assembly we're building is going to make up most of the front of the car. Yeah. You see this big, huge gap here in the front of the car between the black area and the light blue area. I think that's what this assembly is going to be for. Just make sure, no, I overshot the edge of that piece. Oh, it's not straight. I'll have to go back and fix that sticker. Let's do a slight adjustment on this left one. It's not. Okay. That's better parallel with the edge. So that's the two stickers we just put on. Okay, so it looks like we're doing some printed tiles here. Oh, cool. Okay. So we've got here some printed tiles that look like they're headlights. And they got the shiny silver going on. We are very quickly running out of pieces. I have no doubt that this chunk is going to be like the whole front of the car. Okay, and then this clip will go here, and the whole section folds down. And there we go. We now have the front of the car. Let me check the picture because I'm not sure if those gaps are supposed to be there. No, they are. They're part of the design. Okay. Let's keep going then. So now we're doing brackets and tiles. So I'm not sure what's meant for these. There is a sticker. Okay. So it looks like these are meant to be detailing for the bottom layer of the sides, like that. And we're going to do another one. And it looks like doing this one is going to use up the rest of my pieces over here. So at this point, we just have to do canopy and wheels to finish the car. once I finish getting this section placed. Let's get the sticker on. And it looks like I still have 3 stickers as well that I need to add before the car is done. Okay. All right. Now we have here this printed canopy, and you can see a portion of the orange racing stripe. And this will attach up here like this. Yeah. And now there's 3 more stickers to complete the racing stripe. And then we just got to put the wheels on, and we will be done with the first car. Oh boy. With that sticker on, this big sticker we put on in the back a while ago is now out of alignment with the stripe. And I just creased the sticker. Let's try recentering that. Okay, it's a little better. Not perfect. Okay, let's make this a little bit straighter. It's centered, but it wasn't straight. It's a little crooked towards the right, so if I pull it this way, that should straighten it out towards the left. Good. Okay. It's not perfect, but it's much better. So there's the racing stripe up front and as it goes across the top. And of course the completed sticker sheet. And it's time for the wheels. And it looks like this car is going to get the pentagram wheels. So let's open up our little bag of wheel covers. And let's take out the pentagram ones. And we will set these wheel covers aside because we won't need them. And now we'll take these wheel covers, attach them to the tire wheel combos. This is what the wheel looks like for this car. Very basic starfish. And I will assemble and attach these wheels. And just like that, we have finished the first car of tonight's stream. But don't go anywhere because the next car is really special. Interesting. Okay. So here's more look at our Ford Heritage GT. Side view, front view, back view, other side view, and of course the top view. And you know what? I'm feeling good right now, so I don't think. Let me grab my neck fan. But other than that, I'm feeling good, and I don't think we need to do a bio break. So you can look at the car for another 30 seconds or so while I run across to the other table and grab my neck fan. I have both a fan in here and a vent in here blowing cold air on me, and I'm still feeling overheated. Hopefully my neck fan will hold out for the entire second build because I forgot to recharge it after the concert last week. All right. So let's take the car aside now and pull up the other instructions for the Ford Bronco. So it looks like bag 1 is the frame. Bag 2, it looks like it's going to have a unique frame. Bag 2, it looks like is the sides of the car. And then bag 3 is finishing details. So let's go ahead and get bag 1 out, open. So it looks like this car is going to be a very substantial build. We'll be here for another little while. We're at about an hour and a quarter. So we actually made good speed with the first car. Okay, so we have the face. And now we need, there's a hair piece in here somewhere. There it is. She has a double-sided face. Confident smug look or overconfident smug look with bangs. I think let's see. We'll do the simpler side. Honestly, she looks like a mean girl. But there's the girl driver for this set. And the front of the jacket does in fact say Bronco with a horse logo on it. There's printing on the back of the jacket too, but it's the same Bronco logo that's on the front of the jacket, and her hair covers it anyway. So, all right, one more look, and she will sit with her teammate to watch her car be built. And we will. There's no wrench in the picture because Speed Champions only gives you one wrench per set. So I have my baggie of spare wrenches. You can see there's only 3 left in here, which means after tonight, there's only 2 packs left. So now both drivers have a wrench. And she gets a black helmet, it looks like. You've seen the black helmet so many times now. There's no need to show it off again. All right, that's good enough. We got to start building. So it looks like the frame of our Bronco starts with a very basic 8x1 and 8x3. I mean 1x3. 8x1 and a 1x3 go together. And from there, the rest of the car is going to start to take shape. And now we have some bricks here along the length to build up and strengthen the connection of these plates. Okay. And now we're going to start layering. The good news about this parts pile is it's in several different colors, which means parts hunting is not going to be too much of an issue. It's not like monocolor bags where that becomes a difficulty. Already the structure is doing some interesting, unexpected things. I think this, like the dragster and uh, some of the other unusual cars, I think this one's going to throw us some really interesting build techniques. We need to find that big slope. this goes here like that. Okay, we need the gray half plate, half tile things. Oh wow, is that the seats? Based on their position in the middle of the structure so far, that might be the base of the seats. I'm not sure though. Okay. The structure is definitely doing some interesting things. I like that. I knew going into the build that this one was going to be different. If anything, the unusual cars are more fun to watch as they come together because you never know what to expect with the builds on these. Okay. I know I went into this car without a bio brake. I didn't need one. Usually when we do a two-car stream, um, I do take a short break between the two cars. But really, it's a matter of take it if you need it. When you're streaming a longer stream, take breaks if you need to. It helps the stamina. Give me one moment. I just got a pop up. Meanwhile, let's see what the next step has. So there's a clip back here. Hmm. So now we got these curved slopes too that are going to hold these bands in the middle in place. Okay, the shape's doing some interesting things right now. So we got some blue bricks with technicals. I think this is going to have something to do with wheel placement later. Okay, so we got a little pin. We want it to be 1 pin length from the end. So I have a feeling that these are going to be the axles here. And now let's set up the other axle. Okay. And then we just close them up on the other side to hold them in place. I'm trying to do this without touching the pins we already placed, if I can. If I hold it from the axle, I should be able to push the pin in. Okay. So that's how the axles are done on this car. Okay. And then we have some bracketing beneath that. Okay. To hold these wheel assemblies into place. These brackets are to secure the axle assemblies, I think. Okay, where exactly does that line up? In the exact center. Okay. So yeah, this big hulk of bricks is still unrecognizable so far. But hey, we get to go back to the top side now. So let's see, Technic. And then this pinhole piece. And then a pin. And then a little tube. And that goes here. And now we have to do another one of those. This must be the exhausts. Interesting how they're coming off the side instead of the back. You don't see that on normal cars. Bricks with clips pointed down. So yeah, this car is definitely doing something interesting. You can't even see the original frame pieces anymore. That's called layering, and it's how Lego works. It's how you make these complex interior shapes. Okay, this goes here. And then this goes here. And then this goes here. Okay. Um, oh, almost forgot. We got to have our sticker sheet at the ready. It looks like a fairly substantial sticker sheet, but looks like a lot of it is color blocking. So we'll worry about it when the time comes. Okay, so these are actually seat backs that we're putting on now, it looks like. But based on this quickly diminishing parts pile, we're almost done with the inner framework. We'll be moving on to detailing soon. And then that's where this car is really going to start to look like what it's supposed to be. Those look like some comfortable seat backs. And then we got 4 of these blue jumps along the back here. Okay, we got that going. And now we will do this step. There's a black tile. Okay, I'm not sure what. Okay, we need this piece. We got some more pointing down clips here. Oh, I see what we're supposed to do, at least on this side. So these go here. I wonder why we have the tile on one side but not the other. Okay, that's kind of interesting how the shape is developing so far. This jump goes across those brackets, and then we get another jump in here, and then that goes in there. And then there's also, oh, that's why, because there's a tile on this side, which suggests that the steering wheel is going to be in the next bag. That's why the tiles were uneven on those side stud pieces we put on last page. And now we have our first sticker. It looks like it's going to be the center console. Okay, there's the center console sticker. Uh, it's hard to see because the detailing is very dark gray against black. But let's go ahead and stick it into the car. And then this brick goes here. At least we know, based on the positions of these seat backs, which way is forward and which way is back. But so far, it's already got a decent amount of weight to it. It already feels like it weighs almost as much as a regular car. But here's what we have so far. You can see the interior is starting to come together as well. We're going to go into bag 2 now, which will give us most of the exterior. This is one chunky vehicle, I will say that. Like that dragster we did last week, that was a substantial build, but that was spread out over a longer distance. So just picking it up from the middle, it didn't feel quite as heavy overall. And this parts pile is fairly substantial with a lot of black in it, so piece diving is going to be a little difficult until we start to narrow this down. There's one. I need to find the other black jump. There's the other. Okay. Interesting. Okay, this goes over here. All right, we're still looking for pieces here, but I think we got a good start going on the second bag here. We just need a couple of gray plates now to finish up this step. And we're going to set this aside real quick because we have an assembly here, starting with one of those weird 1x5 plates. I'm so glad that stopped before going onto the floor. That could have been a disaster with this many pieces still loose. So we have some trans clear side stud bricks alternating with some black ones. And now we're supposed to layer a 1x6 tile centered across that, like this. And then we're supposed to have some small tiles matching up with those. This may be the first time I've seen perfect trans clear on Speed Champions. Speed Champions usually does tinted when they do the transparent pieces. But now that I think about it, I don't think this is meant to be a window. So forget I said anything. No, this is a light arrangement. It's not a window. So yeah, trans clear is not a surprise. We've seen trans clear plenty of times for lights. We have a sticker. Oh, this is cool. It's the Bronco logo in big, bold, stylized text, but the R is highlighted red for some reason. That is not straight. There's that sticker. It says Bronco. And this plugs onto the front of the vehicle. It's more like a truck than a car, so I'm not going to call this a car anymore. I'm just going to call it vehicle, like I did when we did the dragster. Okay, that jumper is still supposed to be open then. Okay, I need to figure out what's going on here. So we have a little slope piece that's pointing down. next to that, this slope and bracket assembly. And then a little blue plate. All right, that does that step. So it looks like we're setting up some of the side bracketing to set up this side of the car, vehicle, whatever. Hmm. So it looks like we're doing, we're going to build up this whole side before we turn it around and do the other side. That's just a prediction based on how things are going at this point. This car, this vehicle seems to be very clip heavy. Be interesting to see what all these clips end up being used for. Trans red tile usually means tail lights. And we also got to find a wedge, one of the tiny wedges. That is not the correct facing wedge. We need to find the other version. Okay. So this goes here, lining up on these brackets. So it looks like we're doing a lot of structure and shaping right now. This is definitely one of the more advanced Speed Champions builds. There's a lot of techniques here that are highly unstandardized. That was to be expected, though. Makes me curious to see what the Mercedes G-Wagon build is going to be like. So we'll put those in there. And now we're doing an assembly. Okay, so I see what we're doing. Now we're building we're building a chunk of the side of the vehicle right now. There's also some fancy color blocking going on with this assembly as well. And then this whole section is attaches to the side of the vehicle like this. Boom. And then there's 3 color blocking stickers that have to be applied here. So let me go ahead and apply these stickers, and then I'll show you what the side of the vehicle looks like with all these things applied. Yeah, it looks like the next step goes ahead and starts up the stuff on the other side. So let's do these 3 stickers, and then I'll show you. And yes, because the color blocking is dependent on stickers, there are some gaps in the pattern here. Nothing we can do about that, but I'm trying to line them up so they at least look good. Okay, this sticker doesn't want to come off the sheet. There we go. I got it. And I just yeeted a piece off the table. I'm not going to worry about the piece that went off the table unless it turns out I need it. If it's a spare, we're not going to worry about it. It looked like a tiny piece that went off. I wish I could get that one a little bit straighter, given how big this sticker is. It's good enough. So that's what the side of the vehicle looks like with those stickers placed. You can see the color blocking that they're going for. And now I'm going to turn it around so I can work on the builds over here. So yeah, that pretty much, this whole section of the assembly pretty much covers over all those side studs and brackets that we were doing before. Once I finish building up this side, the, uh, the internal structure will mostly no longer be visible. I know it's hard to see what I'm doing right now, but I'm trying to do precision because this vehicle is getting heavy. Okay, here's where we place the steering wheel. It's another standard black one. We'll just drop that right into the vehicle. And so now you can see the interior with the steering wheel placed. There it is. You can see it on camera. If I hold it at that angle, you can see the steering wheel. Hmm. I know a lot of what I'm doing right now is hard for you to see. There's a lot of precision angles going on right now. All right, time for the big section. Excuse me a moment. Sorry about that. I'm back. My brother Q Color just came home from work. He brought me lunch for tomorrow. Isn't that sweet? Anyway, you'll notice that while I was talking to him, I kept going with the build. And here we are. We're ready to attach this section onto the vehicle. And then I will put on the 3 stickers. So we have we have to do the color blocking on this side now. Okay, so that's what that side looks like with the color blocking stickers on it. Let's proceed. So it looks like we're continuing to build up the shape for the outside of the exterior now. Most visible traces of the inner framework are now gone, which is good because it means we're moving into exterior detailing, and pretty soon this thing is going to look like what it's meant to start to look like what it's meant to look like. Are we supposed to have those weird angles going on? Yeah. Okay, so that's a dark gray one by one. At least it looks like the dark gray in the picture. Okay. That goes in there. Wow, this is actually a 9 wide vehicle. So it's bulkier on the width, just like it's bulkier on the length and the height. Knowing what I know now, what I just realized about the size of this thing, I hope it fits in its designated space in the garage. I may actually have to adjust the whole row. Okay, that's together. Now what? That was not supposed to happen. All right. How is this thing positioned? Like this. Yeah, I don't think that section's going anywhere anymore. Okay, I see where these go. And I get one more of those. So this is part of the interior structure frame, I think. Not really sure what those are going to do. And then these. Go on to these bars here. And then these go onto here. So we're doing some interesting frame bits here, it looks like. And then it's time to go on to the third bag of the vehicle. So let's push these aside. We've still got about half the sticker sheet for this vehicle. All right, bag three. Bag three looks like a lot of big chunky pieces. So yeah, as you can see, the body is starting to really come together now, and it's almost starting to look like what it's meant to be. We have, interesting that we have standard wheel covers for this one, considering we have these big, huge, bulky tires. Let's go ahead and set the tires aside here. We'll set that aside till we need it. I'm also not seeing a canopy piece with this one. Interesting. And then we have these red wheels as well. So we're going to have black wheel covers and big giant black tires against standard sized red wheels. It'll be interesting how the total effect looks like. And we have 6 of them instead of just 4. But we only put in axles for 4. Interesting. Does this car not have a windscreen? Actually, I'm not seeing one in the picture. The shape of the windows is suggested by these bar pieces we're lining up here. But it looks like this bag starts with finishing the tiling up front. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, that's in. Okay, we need some more tiles to finish up this arrangement up here. That's not the correct tile. Okay, one more of those corner tiles, and then we need the 3x2 tile to fill in that gap, and then we'll be done with this step. Let me push these out of my way. Okay, and then we have some stickering to do. We're basically using these stickers to put together a big red stripe around the hood of the truck. So yeah, this is a 5 sticker step, which is why it's taking me a while. This step also involves lining things up, so I'm trying to be careful with these stickers. Okay, so that's what that big red stripe looks like going around. I think I did pretty well with it. And I'm going to set this aside because we have a little assembly to do. We're just at the 2.5 hour mark now. Not that I care. I'm enjoying this build. This vehicle really gave us some unexpected surprises. we got stickers for this section. Okay. The sticker's the same top to bottom. So I just need to make sure it's centered. It doesn't matter which way I put it because it's the same either way. But centering is crucial. Let's see how it looks when I add the other two stickers. The other two stickers are very subtle. They just add a little blue stripe. And it's a dark blue stripe, which isn't even which is barely visible against the black. So that's what we just did with the stickers there. There's only 7 stickers left on the sticker sheet, so we're almost done with the stickers on this vehicle. Hmm. Interesting rack looking piece here. Let's actually put this on and then we will angle that into place. So it looks like this goes onto the exposed side studs like that, and then we angle that out like that. And that's what the front of the vehicle looks like with that assembly attached. Ooch. These are pieces that these are assemblies involving 2 pieces that I find difficult to grip. And by difficult to grip, I mean I just dropped it onto the floor. Where did it go? And those were light gray pieces. And my carpet's light gray. We were so close to not having a critical drop this stream. Got it. Okay. Focus. We don't want to drop it again. Okay. I have to do another one of those for the other side. Okay, got that piece. There's the other wedge. And now if I try line it up in here, and boom. Okay, I got those two little bits on. Hmm. I'm not sure what the back of the vehicle is doing at this point, but I guess we'll find out soon. This has already been a very off-book vehicle full of surprises. So there's also that tile that needs to go in there. I should probably place the tile first so we can see how the rest of this lines up. Okay, like that. Okay, then this goes on top of that assembly like this. All right, let's set this aside. And yeah, let's start putting this section together now. Let's see. I can't tell if that end sticker is going to line up with anything or not. Let's see. No, that doesn't line up with anything. It's just a detail, a surface detail. I do want it to be straight though. It's kind of straight, but not perfect. And this one has some color blocking and a big identification number. So on here, you can see the identification number for the vehicle, 2069, along with a tiny Ford logo, an American flag logo, and some color blocking to extend the black piece. And this little sticker on the end just looks like it's just a tail light. And looking at it from the camera, I can see just how crooked it really is. Let me try to adjust that one more time. Okay, it's a little bit straighter. I don't want to mess with it anymore. That sticker is starting to crease. Okay. So those are the end holes. Those are sticking out of. I want to make sure I press them in straight. Okay, and then these clips. Where exactly do these clips go in? Oh, they go in here and continue to build up the pattern we've started on the side of the car, the vehicle. Check it out. You can see how the black stripe the diagonal black stripe extends up into that little section now. So now we'll do one for the other side. I hope I'm pointing this one the correct way, because if I'm not, it'll become obvious when I attach it. And see how it is compared with the other one we already put on. This sticker is the same as the other sticker with the color blocking, the 2069, and the Ford logo and American flag. So I'm not going to, I guess I could. So now if I put this onto here. Yeah, that lines up that section. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, the lights are positioned in the same orientation, which is good. That means I put those two stickers correctly. There is a crease on one of the stickers that's quite visible, but that's the back end of the vehicle, so it won't be noticeable on display. And it looks like we have to go upside down again. We're supposed to fold those down, it looks like, or up, as the case may be. All right. This step's doing some funky stuff. Looks like we're filling in some of the detailing now. And that's what those clips were for on the bottom. Oh, I see. That's what those clips were for. And this continues that red stripe along the bottom of the vehicle. All right, let's get the one for the other side. Okay, that's up. And I will fold this. We'll turn this back over, I mean. And it looks like we're building up a rack section. That's going to attach to these clips and fold in around there like that. And now we need to build one more for the other side. And that'll come in like that. And this will go onto this clip and complete our little rack. So that's the little rack we just built onto the back of the vehicle. Okay, so now it wants us to assemble the actual wheels. Time for the wheel covers. And we want the multi-spokes for this one. We'll set these aside. And okay, let's go ahead and put the first 4 wheels together. So that's what the wheel looks like, with the red wheel with the giant black tire and the multi-spoke wheel cover like that. That's a pretty distinctive looking wheel. And we're going to start attaching these around the vehicle. We still have 2 wheels and 2 tires left over, but no more wheel covers. I'm not sure what these are for, but I guess we'll find out soon enough. So it looks like all the wheels are placed in and roll freely. Wow, this is a very heavy vehicle. Okay, so we put the wheels in, and it looks like we stack them into the rack. And there's no attachment points. It shows just putting them in loosely like this. Putting the one on top straight, pushing it straight, flattens the one bottom and fills up the rack like that. So we have the 2 spare wheels on the back like that. Looks like now we got to make a cover for them so that they stay secure. We have very few pieces left. So we're almost done here for tonight. We still have 3 stickers left. Interesting. And then we just tile up around the edges. Okay. And sticker time. So there's the 2069 number again. And then a kind of a car parts detail. Looks like a vent of some kind. And we have here a Ford Bronco horse silhouette logo. So that's what the section looks like with those 3 stickers attached. I think that logo looks pretty good. Too bad from a real life perspective, no one can see it because it's on the top of the vehicle. Oh, by the way, sticker sheet is empty. Okay, so now we got to make sure all these bits line up so that let me see if I can line this all up properly. So back here it goes over the tires like that, but how does it line up across the frames we put up in the front? Oh, it just balances over the frames we put in the front like this. So the frames give us the suggestion of the shape of windows, and then this goes over, and it's actually quite secure. And you can pop it off to put the driver in later. So yeah, there we go. Here is the Ford Bronco completed. And we will take the instructions off because we are done. So there's the Ford Bronco. Let's show the top from this angle. So yeah, so you can see that horse logo. And remember earlier tonight, we also built this Heritage GT. So this is a nice pair of vehicles. The Ford was a particularly fun build. Let's go ahead and accessorize our drivers for the garage display that I do. If I can get the helmet to go into the hand, I don't usually have this much trouble. I've done this so many times. You want to get that narrow. There we go. So we have our Heritage GT driver, and we have our Bronco driver. She contrasts colors better over here, I think. It doesn't matter till they go in the garage. Let's see who our exit raid will be. Let's make sure they're not about to quit. I see 3 of my musicians on, but only one of them is actually doing music. The other 2 are appear to be doing games right now. All right, let me see. Just over the 2-hour mark. That stream should be going on for a little bit longer. So tell you what, we're going to raid Heavenly tonight. She has a good music show. I think you might like it. All right, so we're going to raid Heavenly. I'll see you probably later this week with some gaming, maybe. We have 3 more Speed Champion streams, but I need to wait for the next 2 sets to arrive in the mail. So we'll probably hit those next weekend. Have a good night. For the next 2 sets next weekend. Have a good night.
Uncle Evie, thank you for the raid. What's going on? Okay, we will do that. We will do that. I added it to my playlist. I'm gonna listen to that. Next